It's no secret that Mazda vehicles are all about two things: drive performance and premium Japanese craftsmanship. Now, both of these traits are proudly displayed in their latest offering, the Mazda CX-60 HEV all-wheel drive Turbo D Sport. Now, while we can't experience the drive performance yet in this video, well, we still can check out its premium Japanese craftsmanship. Let's do this. The Mazda CX-60 couldn't have come at a better time. There has been a distinct lack of premium midsize crossovers in its price category, especially from a Japanese carmaker. Those who prefer a refined premium midsize crossover for below 3 million pesos are limited to Korean and American offerings, since Lexus, the country's lone premium Japanese player, has long left this space. Now, it's no secret that Mazda has been making headway into the premium Japanese vehicle space, and with the CX-60, Mazda takes a direct jab at the market that Lexus left behind. This top-spec CX-60 all-wheel drive HEV Turbo D Sport retails for 2,890,000 Philippine pesos, which is a veritable steal, especially when you find out all the features and performance that the CX-60 brings to the table. So, what are these exactly? Now, before we find out, special thanks to Mazda Makati for providing the CX-60 all-wheel drive HEV Turbo D Sport to do this car feature. Here at Reagan's Rides, we do car reviews of SUVs, sports cars, trucks, and everything in between. So subscribe and hit the bell. So, we start here at the engine bay, where there's nothing new really, because this is just Mazda doing Mazda things. You know, stuff that will surprise you and shock you to no end. I mean, take the MX-5 for example. While everybody else goes for more horsepower, the Mazda MX-5 embraced lightness and balance in order to deliver driving engagement. However, dude pare, if you're looking for lightness in this CX-60, well, that's not really the shock factor of this vehicle. It's this. This top-spec CX-60 is equipped with a newly developed inline-6 turbo diesel that is good for 250 horsepower and 550 Newton meters of torque. Now, dude pare, in case you didn't get that, let me repeat it. We have an actual 6-cylinder turbo diesel motor here. Now you're gonna tell me, but Reagan, what's the big deal, right? Well, for one, an inline-6 engine configuration is perfectly balanced, making this one of the smoothest engine configurations available today. That means that you get lesser noise and lesser vibrations whenever you're operating the CX-60. Now, we also have a newly developed 8-speed automatic transmission here, plus we have a 48-volt mild hybrid system that will further improve on the performance and fuel economy of the Mazda CX-60. Now, lastly, we also have an all-wheel drive system here, although it's a bit more of a rear-wheel drive bias, which, if you think about it, helps to further cement the premium vehicle status of the Mazda CX-60. The front mug gets a slightly different design from the usual Kodo that we've seen from Mazdas of before. While the previous Kodo design was sleek and sexy, this CX-60 now leans more towards the muscular side. Now, I have to hand it to Mazda though, because this CX-60, my friends, looks pretty darn good. I mean, it looks a bit more macho and butch, but it still looks good. Now, we have that same large front grille there that comes with a black honeycomb design, plus it has some black chrome bits right here, and of course, we do get the fully adaptive LED headlight units here. Now, dude, this is still unmistakably a Mazda, And I'm quite happy to see that despite the changes, well, they still didn't stray too far away from that original Kodo design. The side profile shows off one of the key traits of a vehicle that is equipped with an inline-6 engine. Since we have a motor that has 6 cylinders laid out in a straight line, well, that means that the CX-60 has a long hood right here. Now, since we have a long hood, that means that the cabin is a little bit pushed back. So we have a rearward cabin here. And if you look at it, pare, yeah, this silhouette kind of reminds me of the X series from BMW. Now, we also have a set of 20-inch alloy wheels here that are finished in glossy black. And behind those wheels, well, we do get premium mechanical bits. The CX-60 is equipped with 4-wheel disc brakes, and for the suspension, well, we get a double wishbone front suspension, which takes advantage of the narrower inline-6 motor there. Plus, we also have an independent multi-link rear suspension. Now, as for the ground clearance though, it stands at 175 millimeters, which might seem low for some. Pero dude, you won't be taking the CX-60 out on an off-road trail, right? This cabin is an example of what Mazda is capable of when they really want to show off their premium Japanese craftsmanship. I mean, this top-spec diesel trim gets these tan Napa leather seats here with 10-way power adjustments, of course, as well as seat ventilation. Now, pare, when you look at the steering wheel, well, we have a two-tone gray and tan leather-wrapped steering wheel here that looks like it belongs in a Bentley rather than a Mazda. I mean, pare, this is a premium looking steering wheel right here, which also comes with an electric power adjustment, as you can see. Of course, we also have a pair of paddle shifters hiding behind the wheel. And when you look at the gauge cluster, well, we do get a 12.3-inch fully digital instrument gauge cluster there that is complemented by a large heads-up display. Now, we also have a 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment system here that comes with wireless Apple CarPlay, wired Android Auto, and the image of a 360-degree view camera. Now, we also have a facial recognition here, which means that once the vehicle scans your face and recognizes you, well, it automatically adjusts all the settings that you've customized for yourself, which is great, especially if there are multiple drivers who will be driving the CX-60 in your household. Now, we also have a highly advanced safety system here, because as you're seeing on your screen, well, we do get the full suite of Mazda's iActive Sense, as well as the usual passive safety bits. Now, as for the cabin materials used here, well, pare, it's a show-off, okay? It's a freaking show-off. I mean, the middle dashboard gets Legano suede. Did I pronounce that right? Legano suede here. And the door panels have Legano suede inserts. And we do get some brushed aluminum finishes here. And it really just feels so good to the touch. I mean, if you're looking for premium Japanese craftsmanship, pare, you don't have to look any further than the cabin of this Mazda CX-60. I mean, dude, it's a freaking knockout. Mazdas have long been known for giving us cramped back seats. And although I can't say that this is a cramped space, well, it's not really the most spacious in the category. Now, this backseat, my friends, kind of reminds me of the backseat of a CX-5, which means that if you're just an average Asian dude like myself, I mean, I'm 5'6", it's not gonna give you any issues. But if you're somebody who stands at 6 feet tall or higher or taller, well, pare, yeah, this might feel a little bit cramped for you. Now, thankfully though, we do have a large panoramic sunroof here, which helps to provide an airy feeling, a feeling of space here at the back. And we also have a good set of amenities here. Now, forget about your older USB-A charge cables, because the CX-60 only makes use of Type-C USB charge ports there. And we have a pair of AC vents here, as well as this center armrest with a pair of cup holders. The rear end gets a familiar Mazda shape. In fact, this rear end kinda looks like the CX-5's butt. The thing is, we do get a set of quad exhaust pipe garnishes here that are finished in black chrome. Now, I did say exhaust pipe garnishes because while we have a pair of dual exhaust pipes, well, they're not really connected to these bits. So yeah, they're really more of a design piece. Now, when you pop open the power liftgate here, you'll notice that the CX-60 returns 570 liters of cargo space, which is good enough for a pair of large sky travel luggage. The Mazda CX-60 Turbo Diesel proves that a premium Japanese experience need not cost an arm and a leg to access. It has all the ingredients of a premium luxury midsize SUV, but still managed to stay below the price level of European contenders. The mechanical bits also represent a huge step up, which makes me truly excited to get a chance to do a drive review of this beautiful Japanese work of art. So it's best for you to click that subscribe button, click that notification bell so that you'll get notified when that driving video comes out. But until then, thanks for watching.